Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Cole here. Hope you're doing great. And I have my good friend Jeanne Kalinda on, and Jeanne's going to tell us some really cool stuff. Number one, Jeanne, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is Jeanne over here in sort of cold Myrtle Beach.
I'm over here in sort of cold Atlanta, and we were talking about just before we got started how we were supposed to have in Atlanta this major ice storm, and I could easily go outside with the sweater on. So, go figure, right?
Yeah. They can keep it in the north. We don't want it.
Really? This is why everybody, during your lifetime and my lifetime, this is why everybody moved down south, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you have, we've been talking about this some before we started recording this, but you have really, really an amazing product coming out tomorrow. I want you to tell us the name, tell us a little bit about it, but I especially want you to stress a couple of things that you and I talked about, just so that people know how freaking awesome this is. So would you tell us about this, please?
Yes, thank you. And by the way, I haven't seen another offer in the offline space like this. I think this is cutting ground.
It's completely unique.
Yeah. Not cutting ground. What do I mean to say? Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking or cutting edge. It is both groundbreaking and cutting edge, which if you put together is cutting ground.
Cutting ground.
We'll just go with cutting ground.
Okay. It's called Social Home Services. And typically, I am not a marketer who pays a lot of attention to social media. I'm so busy with my GMB and my MAPS rankings, which I'm an expert at. I love it. I do it for my clients all the time. And I have a real agency here in Myrtle Beach, by the way. I've had this since 2010. I've owned a telecommunications over here for 24 years. So I'm kind of like my own Twilio, which is kind of fun. But anyway, I found that over the years, I really liked doing business with home service people, roofers, plumbers, HVAC. And I think because of my blue collar background, and I have some family members in those industries, I just connected with them. They're good old boys. They're down to earth people. They're not hard to find. They don't have their nose in the air. And they appreciate what I do for them. So I love those home service niches. And in particular, I love roofing because my son owns a roofing company in Fort Worth, Texas. My brother owns a commercial roofing company and a residential company. And then I started just branching out and building a business based on doing marketing for roofers. And some of you may remember my big blockbuster thing last year called Roofer Roundup. I think it's broken some records in Warrior Plus. We're now up to like over 3,700 copies of that sold because it resonated with people because it was so real and so easy to get your head around. But anyway, here's how this course came about. Last year, I bought a pack of social media memes. You know, those little graphics that have the little sayings on them. And so I bought those for a niche that I really didn't want to mess with much. It was chiropractic. But I thought, well, I'll test this whole process out. And so I found a way to auto post to a chiropractor's Facebook page where I have software that, you set it up and you just kind of forget it and it rolls along. And so I sold a bunch of those and I tested the theory that yes, you could set these up, collect a small monthly payment every month, and get this, Lee, you set it and forget it. You never touch it again. And in my course, you'll actually see a snapshot of my QuickBooks account where you can see $100 payments like since last June from this chiropractor, and I haven't touched it since then. So
let's just, this is really exciting because, and the fact that you set it up literally one time and have not touched this in almost a year, and you're still receiving payments from these businesses. Not only is it recurring income, but it is truly set and forget. You get the thing set up, and you show people how to set this
You
up.
don't even have to go look at it.
And yeah, exactly. You don't have to check. You don't have to see what
Mhm.
it's doing. It just does its
Now,
thing.
I go on their Facebook pages maybe once every month and just say, oh, yeah, those graphics are still up there. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah,
being.
sure. I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, you don't have to necessarily talk to the client. You don't have
No,
to do anything. And you're getting paid essentially
automatically.
$100 a month. So that's
Mhm.
$1,200 a year
Mhm.
for basically, I'm guessing, how long would it take to set this up? I mean, not the first time you did it, but let's say the fifth time you did it when you actually knew what you were doing.
2 hours.
So you're getting paid $1,200 a year for 2 hours work.
That's right. And they don't
And,
cancel. They're all
no, I
happy.
mean, why would they?
And
Yeah,
yeah, why would they? And I get these little engagement um, notifications and
right,
reports
right.
from the software that I use to do the auto posting.
Ooh,
And
nice.
you see their engagement, like it'll say engagement is up, you know, 900%
Surely, surely,
or
surely,
something.
surely. Yeah.
And,
And
and your post went viral. It went out to,
yeah,
2,300 people.
right.
And it's amazing. You are selling the fact that you can engage people. You're not promising ROI. You're not being
I love
tracked
that.
for sales. You're just creating engagement for people. And that's all I'm promising for $100.
So no, no BS. No, I'm going to get you 20 leads, and out of those leads, you'll probably
Mm-mm.
make 5 sales per month.
No
No
promises.
tracking of that.
No.
No, you're going to see an average of 329% ROI, and then you got
No.
to prove that. None of that crap. It's very, very simple. You're
Yeah.
just doing. You're not even doing, but the software is doing social media
Uh-huh.
posting,
Yeah.
and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And it does obviously does increase engagement.
Yeah.
And do you send those engagement statistics to your clients ever, or
I did for a while, and I got distracted and didn't do it. Nobody
and
ever.
they still paid you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, guys, when you buy this, you don't have to send this to the client because it is a low enough. I mean, look, they can look on their Facebook page, right? And
Hmm.
and they can see
They can
that.
get their insights. They
I mean,
can
I mean
log into the insights.
the roofer, the whomever you're working with,
Hmm.
well, not even that. I mean, they just look at their Facebook page and they just see this stuff, day after day or week after week, and they know that you actually are doing your thing.
Hmm.
So, I mean, for $100 a month, my God, I mean, do you want to have to do that yourself? It would be a royal pain in the rear end, right?
Yeah. Nobody wants to go out.
No, no, no. Businesses don't do this. Is one reason why businesses fail at social media is because A, they don't have the time to do it, and B, they don't have the expertise with the software that
That's
people.
right. And a lot of business Facebook pages look like a ghost town. You can tell
Oh,
they
they really
started.
suck. They really
Yeah,
suck.
they started to do something,
Oh yeah,
and yeah, and you can charge 150 a month and post twice a day. You
I'm
can
loving
charge
it.
$100 a month and post once a day.
I'm loving it.
Um,
Now, so this social media, social home services, the one that
mhm.
you're selling tomorrow is called Roofers Edition.
Mhm.
Just to sort of
Because
sum up
because I
that.
have because I have a lot of roofers for clients, I started with that niche.
Right. You like roofers. So
I
your
do.
son's a roofer, your brother's a roofer.
Mhm.
I like roofers too. They're
And I have a
easy to
lot of
talk to.
clients. I
There's a
have a lot of
bunch of
clients.
them. If they stay in business, if they're capable of staying in business, they have plenty of cash. I mean, and
They
paying,
do.
they know they got to advertise, right?
Most what smart ones do.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, the ones who are going to stay in business do, you're right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And an extra $100 a month for solving a big problem. They probably
Mhm.
all know that they're supposed to do something with social media. They have no idea what to do with it,
Right.
right? They got no time. They probably wander around feeling like they should. And you know how
Mhm.
it is running a business. You got 14 fires to put out. And
Yeah.
so here you come along with a very needed service that they can see is getting done, and all they got to do is just send you that $100 every month.
That's right.
That's a complete no-brainer.
And give me access to their Facebook page.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That is a complete no-brainer. Um, And you know, we discussed how you get clients. You have a very, very easy way of getting clients.
I think I do.
Yeah, I mean it. I was teaching a class like last month, and you know I was saying, guys, there's nothing hard about this really. It's just common sense, and it's a
Mhm.
little work. And and quit trying to make everything so remarkably complex. I mean that was the gist of the entire 4-week class.
And be nice. Just be friendly and be nice and kind of learn to talk their language.
Well, I
They don't
mean,
want
we're
to
all
talk to
adults. I mean,
they don't want to talk
everybody
to
can talk to somebody, right?
they don't want to talk to a corporate entity.
No, no,
They
no.
don't care what kind of car you drive and where you buy your groceries and your clothes. They don't care. They want to know that you care about them. And
Mhm.
I do. I care. These guys are my friends. I've traveled all over with Leon and his cameras doing videos for them just so I could meet them.
Sure.
I like them.
I'm loving that. Leon being your husband, by the way,
Yes,
for
yes,
those who don't know.
yes. My
Um,
photography guru, video guru husband. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, the social media stuff that you're posting, again, it's set and forget.
Hmm.
You just load this all up in the software. You're going to, inside your course, you're going to show everybody how to do that, right?
Step by step.
Oh,
I don't
your
leave
step by step
anything.
stuff is excellent.
Yeah, I don't leave anything out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's important. In other words, this is definitely, you could take somebody who's like really new. You and I have been doing this stuff for many years, but you could take somebody who's really new. If they would just follow the freaking steps,
Hmm.
they can do this too.
Yes.
Now, another thing I want you to talk about, because you said, Lee, you could use this for two things. I mean, you could basically do two things with this product. One, you could just sell the product itself and just build out those little $100
Mhm.
payments from all your clients. And so, guys, over time, if you had 100 businesses paying you $100 a month, you would have $120,000 a year business
That's right.
for not doing much work at all, right? And by that time, you would just have a VA who would just follow the steps and just
Yeah.
set
Takes
the
two
thing up.
hours per client. So
Yeah,
two
yeah.
hours times 100 is 200 hours in a year.
So 200 hours, 40 hours a week. So in other words, that's just like five. In other words, 5 weeks a year out of
Basically,
52. So
yeah.
basically, you work a tenth of a year,
Mhm.
to set this up,
And
right?
get paid more than 80% of the people in the US. Yeah.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
just loving this. So you said what you told me is you say she could just leave it like this, or people could use this as a. They're still going to get $100 a month from this. But you
Mhm.
can use this as a foot in the door type thing if you have other things that you want to sell. Can you tell me a little bit about how that would work?
Sure. So, in fact, in the course, I'm giving you a phone transcript where I proved this. It's an actual transcript of the phone call where I found a guy over in what city was it? Some little podunk place in South Carolina, maybe Aiken, South Carolina. And
Definitely a podunk place.
yeah, it is, but they have a great Civil War reenactment there, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Um, um, But anyway, I found a guy, kind of zeroed in on him, looked at his Facebook page, figured out what he liked, what team he rooted for,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah. And when I called him, I knew all that stuff and I had something to talk about.
Right.
And I just said, hey, I can tell by your Facebook page that you need some help. And, but, so don't draw back from me here now because I'm going to offer you something that you won't be able to refuse.
Mm.
If you'll give me access to your page, you can check me out online. I mean, I'm for real. I'm just a grandma over here in South Carolina. And I have other roofers in the state. You can check them all out. But I will do this posting for you. I'll make your Facebook page sing. And I'll do it for a month. Let you see what I'm all about. Then maybe you want to hire me for some other things.
I like that.
You don't have your Google listing claimed.
Mm-hmm.
You need a website. Wouldn't you like to be found on Google? I mean, I can do all that for you, but let's start small. let's start right here and let me prove to you that I can do good work. Is there any reason you wouldn't want to say yes to that?
No,
And of course,
I love that
and the
because,
answer to that is no, and people like to say no.
yeah,
So you ask the question in such a way that no means yes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But you've got this simple product, takes 2 hours
Mhm.
to set up per client. They pay you forever,
Mhm.
and you can either leave it like that, or for people who are learning how to sell other things, Google My Business. I mean,
Mhm.
still, I figure 20 to 30% of businesses haven't even claimed their Google My Business page. And if they have, they haven't, really optimized it. And if they've done that, which is like very few of them, as you know, then they're doing nothing of off-page SEO in order to make it rank. So
Right.
that would
And
be,
Lee, I've come to realize that out of testing, I can optimize a Google My Business listing and get the phone ringing, and I don't even need a website.
right.
Now, I'm not going to say don't have a website, but honestly, the GMB listings are such a hot thing right now with
Oh
all
yeah,
the
yeah,
things that we're now allowed to do
yeah.
that's the first place I start a new client. Let's get that GMB rocking for you. And I have studied and studied and tested, and I'm good at
Mhm.
that. So that's
Yeah.
the first thing I would tell somebody. Yep.
On the other hand, if somebody like was really into reputation management or something like that, then they
Go
could set
for
them
it.
up with something where they're going to get, where they're going to ethically increase their good
Hmm.
reviews and sort of overshadow the negative reviews.
Hmm.
Somebody was into video marketing. I mean, you could
Oh
definitely
yeah,
set up a
all that
YouTube
is
channel.
wonderful, and I
Great
do it
next
on some
steps.
level.
Yes.
Yes, I do all that on some level. But my love is the GMB. So that's where I
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. But really, for this product, so somebody doesn't even have to know how to do that. All they really have to do to start building a real business, because you can build a serious business just with people paying you $100 a month.
You
I
could
mean, when you
absolutely.
think about it, so $100 a month times 100 clients is
Hmm.
$120,000 a year. That's enough money for most people to live off of.
It is.
So in other words, you don't have to like sell every day. You don't have to sell forever. You just got to
No,
go out and find 100 people to let you do this for them. And with the way that you've got this stepped out, that's fairly easy to do. I mean, anybody, I think, looking at your stuff, anybody could do this. This is January. Let's just figure against everybody. I'm pretty sure anybody could build that business up to 100 clients. Let's say by Christmas. That would make next
let
year
me see, how many months is that?
12,
9 to 10, 11?
11. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so about 10 clients a month. You break that.
Yeah.
I always reverse engineer
Sure,
everything.
sure. Yeah.
Break
Well,
that down to,
2.5 a week.
yeah. And listen, if you can't go sell something easy twice a week,
Yeah, right.
go,
That's
you
what
need
I'm
to go
saying.
sell beach towels in the Bahamas or something.
Yeah, but
That's
think
easy.
about it. So somebody does that. They follow your system. They're not even doing the adding on higher price services. They're just following your system. Their goal is to just like make a completely set and forget.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with it business by Christmas. You could have that done, which
Yeah.
means next year is going to be an entirely different experience for you, right?
You know what? You're almost making me want to quit, doing everything else I'm doing, and just do this.
Oh, I
It's sounding good.
I have a gift for simplifying things. Believe me,
Yeah,
it's because
sounding good, Lee.
I have a kindergarten level brain. Uh, I mean, it works. My brain works fine. It just has to deal with life on a kindergarten level. Well, this is awesome. Social Home Services Roofing Edition, guys,
Mhm.
launching tomorrow, which is the 30th of January at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I've got a bunch of cool bonuses for you guys. And if you're looking at this video on YouTube, just scroll down to the description, click that link. You can go to the bonus page and check that out. If you're actually on the bonus page, you just click the next step button and that will take you to the sales letter. Jeanne, I know you're busy and I really appreciate your time. This is real. You said this was unique. You said it was cutting edge. Actually, you said it was cutting ground. But but I mean,
Did say that.
but you said, you said, Lee, there's really nothing like this, and we're all into recurring income, but most of that recurring income requires recurring work.
Yes. Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that, except you've got a recurring income deal, which you do. I mean, this isn't just some pie in the sky thing. You actually do this that does not require recurring work. You
No.
set it, you
And,
forget it, and people
and
keep paying
listen,
you.
more and more people, Lee, are, well, I won't say your age because you're way younger than me, but let's say over,
Slightly younger
yeah,
than you. Not
I'll
way,
be, I'll be,
slightly.
I'll be 68 in just a few weeks.
I'm slightly,
Slightly. Okay.
slightly.
But so many people our age are looking for something else to do because maybe they don't have retirement that's going
Yes.
to work for them. You can't live on Social Security, and this doesn't require a lot of energy. You don't. I mean, this is easy.
Yes.
This is easy,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I don't want to ever quit doing things. One day they're going to have to, tear my cold dead hands off of the computer screen.
Well, that's
Because
what keeps you young.
I don't want
Absolutely.
to ever quit doing this. I love it. And the more I earn that I can sock away, the more I can have fun with Leon.
Right, right. Like when the hurricane hit and y'all got in the mobile home thingamabob, and I think you drove over to Texas, if I
Yeah, we
remember.
did. Yeah, we got it. And then we came back and then got right in the path of Hurricane Michael, the other one coming up from
So
Florida.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it gives us the freedom and the flexibility. I can do that work from my computer while I'm
Well,
in the
that's what I
country.
always tell people, that this isn't just about money. It's about a different relationship between your life, your time, and your money.
That's right.
It's
That's
an
right. And
entirely different deal.
people, listen, people have asked me, why are I paid $300 for my first pack of graphics?
Uh-huh.
So they're saying, why are you selling this so cheap? Well, I thought about that. That's just a reasonable question. The reason I'm doing it is because I can get it in the hands of more people.
Yeah.
And at this stage of my life, that means way more to me than collecting 10 times what I'm selling it for. Yeah,
Let's talk about one more thing now that you said that before you leave. And I really appreciate your time, because I always get this question when we talk about number of units sold of this stuff.
Mhm.
There are tens of thousands of roofing businesses in the United States alone, tens of thousands.
Yeah.
And there's no way. I mean, there's just mathematically no way that this is ever going to become saturated. Because people worry about that. Well, if everybody buys it and does it, then it's all going to become saturated. Guys, the
No.
numbers just aren't there. Mathematically, it won't work.
No.
One more thing. Other countries have buildings with roofs on them too, so I hear.
I think
And
we do. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do. So, this might work in the UK. Just hint, hint. It
Sure it
probably
will.
is going to work in Australia. I bet you $1 is going to work in New
Sure it
Zealand,
will.
or Spain or anywhere. So, guys, it's not just a US thing. It's going to work in Canada. It's going to work in Colombia. It's going to work anywhere where there are professionals putting on roofs. They need this stuff.
Yep. Now
Awesome.
it's in English, Lee. All the
Well, I was
media
going to say that. I
are in
mean,
English.
look. In all fairness, if you're in Colombia, then you're going to have to get your own stuff to post.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
cost you a little more money, but basically, you're still going to have the system, and you're still going to have, because this information marketing business has grown so much. You and I have customers globally, right?
Yeah, I
Uh,
do. I do.
but you can still do that, and it would be massively worth the investment. I mean, when you think
Oh,
about it.
I'm doing one more thing
Yeah, yeah.
for everybody. I forgot to tell you. When you see a meme being posted on Facebook and the owner of the page says something about it in the post?
Yes.
All right, so maybe the meme says, keep your gutters clean. I mean, I'm just making this
Right,
up.
right.
But we are actually writing the blurbs for you. And with the posting software I'm going to show you, that will show up as though it came naturally from the owner of the business.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah,
You hadn't told me that before.
I forgot.
I was completely on board with the whole thing, even without
Mhm.
that. But that is amazing.
Yeah. So I've written all of those, and they will show up in the post as
I
though the
love it.
owner had the thoughtfulness enough to go in there and say something personal
This is
about
beautiful.
it.
So, guys, that's what it is. That's what it does. This is like this is the most, this is going to be a horrible sentence. This is the most no-brainer thing that
I
I
like
have
it.
ever run across. But I mean, it's literally, if you look, this might come off negative, but if you can't do this, you should probably go to Waffle House and just, cook waffles for people. I mean, just honestly, just being
Or you can
honest.
be a Walmart. You can be a Walmart greeter.
You go to Walmart. Yeah. Yeah. Be one of those people that checks every fifth, receipt as they walk out the door, something like
Yeah.
that. Or, put oranges up in the grocery store and
Yeah.
whatnot.
And listen, I'm glad people do that. I
Don't
am.
believe me, I am too,
Yeah.
because
But I don't want to do it.
I, no, I don't.
If I see you at Walmart one day, I'll know something bad happened to both of us.
And we don't have to, fortunately,
No,
because
we
we have
don't.
great information
And
like
neither
this.
do
So
any of your people. They
there
don't
you
have
go.
to do
There you
that.
go. So Jeanne, thank you so much. I really
Hey,
appreciate
you're
your
welcome.
time. And this is an awesome product, folks. So tomorrow, go out and get it.
Thank you, Lee.
You bet.